How? I'm working here. I'm working.
No, you're not. You're arguing and act like I'm telling you to record. And you're like, no, I'm going to sit here and find a bunch of wrong information. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and find a bunch of wrong information,
You looked at a blank page and went, that's not even the right bike. It's like, what, based on the price on the internet?
Son, that's not, no, you've told me about 5 times I'm wrong about that fork. And every time you're telling me, you corrected yourself and like, oh, that's wrong. After you just told me I was wrong because you had the info, then you realized you had the wrong info. And you won't acknowledge the fact that the fork was not, did you not look at the fork?
Yeah, I got footage of the fork.
It has like no travel. You're trying to tell me it's a 150 millimeter fork and I'm calling bullshit. Get off my hand!
Tomatoes! Wolf Tech Nation, thank you guys for tuning into once again another Wolf Tech Videos episode. Guys, this was full of shenanigans left and right. I was cameramaning it up. I was Spielberging it up. I was directing.
That's problem number 1.
I was directing all of my favorite.
Problem number 1.
I was directing all of my favorite shots. I'm going to be showing you guys some B-roll. Unfortunately,
favorite shots.
The GoPro did not record the audio on our COSTCO bike search.
Apparently, you think we run silent films because you were not Spielberg.
I was going to put the mustache
before
on.
That.
So I got this cool B-roll. I'm at the gym. We're at the gym. I'm teaching my adult class and get some really good footage, some good stuff. And we're like, you know what? We're at the gym. Why don't we go ahead and head over to Costco since we go there every Tuesday and Thursday? Let's go to our local Costco and let's do the bike search because apparently Costco dropped this bike in there. We seen it a long time ago. Well,
they dropped it?
Well, we seen they dropped it. They put it on the floor. Actually, it used to be up in one of the deals there. But anyway, they put it on the floor, and it was about a month ago. I could have sworn this bike was way overpriced just by the looks of it walking by it for like $2,500. I could have sworn that was the price on it, okay?
Regardless.
We've been looking on the internet right now on Costco's site without logging into it. It says it's $2,299 for this bike. And I was like, that's a little overpriced. So we finally found a price tag on this episode, and we actually did a once-over on the entire bike. We even did a...
Wolfman Dino!
We even did one of those, but unfortunately there's no audio.
Apparently I have no say in any measurements during
So look,
those.
Wolfman was being delirious, his old self, and we went into...
Yeah, because I'm the one that did no audio. You see all my camera work, there's audio on mine.
So guys, we're going to be doing a voiceover pretty much on the entire episode because there's no audio whatsoever. So I'm just so disappointed. But we're going to talk about this bike. Leave it in the comments. I asked multiple times earlier when we were there. Do you guys know who this bike is made from? Like, if there's another company, I think personally it's made from Marin. I think it's a Marin branch off because the tag on there down the seat post tube looks just like the Marin one. California, all that stuff with the bear, all that good stuff. So I think it's a Marin.
It's a bear.
Yeah, you put a bear on there, it's California. It's Marin. Anyway, so guys, the bike that we're going to be talking about...
Stay in your square, please.
Sorry. The bike that we are going to be talking about today is the Intense 951 XC carbon fiber full suspension bike. That's a bike at Costco.
I'm not even sure why we're putting this much attention into that bike, considering the fact that it's $2,000.
Oh, yeah. So the price of the bike after we finally found it is $19.99. Which I want to know, honestly, $19.97. I want to know, in your guys' opinions, after we get done going through the whole once-over on this bike and everything it comes with, is it worth it, or would you guys rather build one? Like, I just want to get your guys' info on it. And if you guys have heard of this brand, Intense...
is that the actual brand, or is that the model?
No, that's the actual brand. It's an Intense 951 is the model is a 951
series. Did you make sure you go back and look?
Yeah, I looked on the phone. It's a 951 series.
No. I don't care about what you found on the phone. You had to correct yourself 10 times.
Yeah, that's the manufacturer. So, let's take a look at this bike.
You looked at the audioless video?
Yes, I did. The silent film. Okay, so the first thing that I want to point out with this bike is it is a carbon fiber frame. Okay, full suspension. I'm guessing the rear triangles may be aluminum.
Well, you don't know that, though. You don't know that.
I just said I'm guessing.
Yeah, I know, but you don't know that. So you shouldn't even say I'm guessing. You should just say I'm not sure.
I'm curious if the rear triangle is aluminum.
Yeah.
This bike was a size large, okay? And the size medium, it didn't have it listed on the internet, but it did have for a size medium, it weighs 28 pounds. So when we were talking to Jeremy in there, one of my students that we met up with,
Well,
while he
you
was shopping,
should have
while we were
showed him on
shopping,
your
I'll show him.
audio list stuff.
I'll show him. While we were talking to Jeremy, he was telling the camera that was the best coach ever, and he asked us.
Now
how
you
much,
can actually say that.
Yeah, he said how much. He said how much do you think that bike weighs? You know, I said I'm thinking it's around 30-something pounds, and I think we were dead on because the size medium's 28,
So it's around 30
probably
pounds.
around 30 pounds or so, which he thought was like heavy for a carbon fiber bike.
Well, I think he was comparing it to a carbon fiber road bike, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think that's what he was talking about.
So first feature that this bike has, this thing is top-notch everything pretty much. It's got TRP Slate T4 Evo hydraulic brakes. Everything's internally routed on this bike. You got the quick little adjustment for your reach adjustment, and you got a 180 rotor in the front and a 160 in the rear. The brakes, I like the levers, everything on that looked really good. Other thing I was very impressed with, it's got a 760 bar, but the grips felt super good. Did you feel the grips?
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, like I like that area. I wish they were lock-on for that price, you know. But the grips felt amazing. They're just
Yeah,
little
I
cheap
don't think
slip-ons.
to me, I think I was either getting a little whiskey throttle or the handlebars were loose when I was dynoing it.
The other features are pretty cool to list on the internet. I had no clue while we were there. It has Kenda Regolith 29 by 2.0 tires. Okay.
What? Kenda what?
Regolith tires. Now these tires are tubeless compatible. Isn't that cool?
That's cool, but
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
that name
don't
it.
know if the wheel set is tubeless compatible. I would think it is if they're going to list that the tires are, you know, but it does come with tubes.
Well, we've been doing this a while, and I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of them that aren't.
Yeah. Okay, now this right here is where it gets down to some nicer features on the bike, but we're having a little bit of a discussion about it. It supposedly has
Discussion.
It has an adjustable 120 millimeter travel Fox fork rhythm.
What's
34.
adjustable about it?
I don't know if you can take tokens out or put tokens
Okay,
in.
well then that's okay. So that's I asked that originally. I said something's wrong because
I told Wolfman, I was like, oh, that's at least a 150, and he was like, no.
that fork that it had that much travel. It had that much travel, and I'm like, what is this? Like an 80 millimeter? Like I've never seen. It was crazy. Like really, it was such small amount of travel for that bike. I don't know, and we even tried to make sure it was extended. It was all the way extended.
We did the Wolfman dyno.
At the most, that bike, at the most, it literally could be 100. At least that one they had there at that moment. Something's wrong. I don't know because
Well, what was the adjuster on there? The compression damping. It did not say lockout.
No, it said this is stiffen or something like that.
Yeah, stiffener or something like that. So it
Not
was
stiffener, just like
it was like stiffener.
I don't know.
So it was very interesting, but I will say that compression knob.
What the hell did it say?
I don't know. It
We
said
should
something.
have
Let us know in the
video.
comments. Well, it's a GoPro. It was a wide effect. I don't know if I could really read it.
Jeez.
Anyway, I talked about it. The controls and everything on that fork felt butter, and the rebound had like 80 clicks of rebound adjust. It was nuts. So we did all
Yeah,
that.
it did. I didn't
weren't
like
too
that. I
impressed.
didn't like that fork.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't
34
like
Fox rhythm.
I didn't. It was smooth, but other than that, the rebound had no headroom. And when it was at full slow, it was probably a click or two away from where you would ride it. So I don't like that because it's
Yeah.
already no headroom. It had no. It needed way more fork on that bike. I thought that fork was like had no travel.
Yeah.
And it was smooth, but in the dampening effect was okay.
It was decent.
It didn't make a huge difference all the way through. It wasn't like our
Like a domain.
what's that one that one that you're super huge on the 100 millimeter that we put the kit and made it 120 or
Oh,
whatever,
the Marzocchi?
or 130
Marzocchi?
whatever
The
the hell
Bomber
it's called.
Z2?
Yeah, that one it
That
was
was
it
amazing.
wasn't like that
No,
at
no,
all.
no. Now this also did, it's a full suspension, so it did have a
Look
120
at my
millimeter.
snow globe. See
It had
that?
yeah.
Look at that. Bam.
It had a 120 millimeter travel adjustable Fox shock on it as well, which you tried to lock out and you were a fan of.
It
Locked out
it
completely.
stiffened it up pretty good. It wasn't it wasn't a lockout completely. But it definitely was better than the fork, but it still had a lot of give, not as much as the fork did. The fork was almost like nothing. Like it made it harder to push down, but it wasn't.
No, it was just
Wasn't locked, and the rear the shock was. It definitely tightened up, but it wasn't lockout. No.
And then to wrap it all in, internal routing, all that great stuff, it had a 12-speed SRAM NX group set, the Eagle.
Yes, the group set we did not shift through the gears.
No,
but
we didn't do a
but
shift
it
test.
did look. I mean, it seemed like it was like it felt good. The shifter felt good.
Yeah, so we wanted to throw it out there to you guys. Leave it in the comments. Have you heard of the Intense brand 951? And it just sucks that we don't have the audio for it because it was some really good golden nuggets there.
It's been a hell of a week.
Yeah. But let us know, guys. Again, on the site without being
This was
logged
just
in,
about another. This is about another Patreon episode.
$2,299 for that bike, but at the store, you guys saw it, $1,999.
No, it wasn't $2,999. $2,200.
$299. I personally don't think it's worth that much. I know carbon frames are expensive,
So
but
just say $2,000. Is it $2,000 worth the bike?
I just think the bike's a little overpriced. You guys let me know if I'm crazy.
Man, that means we don't have our giant potato
Oh,
thing.
we did some shopping, baby. Everything's gone. But I'll show you guys some B-roll. But guys, that was another Wolf Tick Videos episode again. And we do apologize about the audio. It just, we got home, started loading footage and said, hey, this has no audio.
It's going to be a late night.
Very late
Junp.
night. But guys, we will see you on the next episode. We appreciate you watching as always. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comments. Have you heard of the brand? What do you think of the bike? Is it worth the price that they're asking?
Should we have salvaged this episode? Let us know. Should we have just dumped this onto Patreon and said, never mind, let this... Or,
Be honest.
Well, because we would have been an episode short, and if we do that, it affects our budget. I set a criteria: we have to do 8 episodes a month, or else we don't get our budget.
Let us know.
Yeah.